Your eyes do not deceive you. Yes, that is a camel and a sniffer attached to a balloon. It does make sense in today's video. Addressing the elephant in the room, let's talk about shaders. So one thing that shader pack creators can now do is offset the sun and the moon. No longer is the sun just going to go directly above you and then set on the center. It can actually go across. I don't think this was introduced this week. I think this was last week. The other thing I want to say is you guys are going to ask me about shader changes. Is it available on iOS? The answer is still no. Is it available to directly download on Xbox? The answer is still no. Is it available on Switch or PlayStation? The answer is still no. I've spoken to shader pack creators, and no, they have not fixed the Mali GPU. And also this week, we do not have any shader pack changes. Sorry. Let's check out what changed in 1.20.30.24. Experimental trade changes. This is important and a message from the Minecraft developers. They said, thank you to everyone that has sent in their suggestions and feedback regarding the experimental trade change. We are trying out these changes to rebalance the villager trade system and make it more fair and fun for everyone. However, these changes are not yet final, and they will stay as experimental features while we continue to work on them. We still need your feedback to help us improve and decide, so please continue to let us know what you think of the new trades, what you like and dislike, and what suggestions you have. Let's read the article. This is the official page that they posted in the official changelog, and this is where you can submit your feedback. It's pointless you guys complaining on my YouTube videos or other YouTuber videos and not submitting your feedback. If you like something, go and tell them what you like on this page. If you dislike something, go and tell them what you dislike, why you dislike it, how they could change it. So far, only like 500 people have left somewhat of feedback to help the developers. So if you have a suggestion, it is really, really important. Now, there's tons of comments here. On top of that, if you agree with somebody else's idea or suggestion, you can actually upvote it using the arrow. So no point complaining in my comment section or other YouTubers. You gotta go and leave feedback. For those of you unsure what is happening, this is what's happening. So going forward in Minecraft, you will no longer be able to re-roll villages to get the best enchantments for the first trade. For example, everybody loves mending, right? Well, you will now have to go to a swamp. Well, as you guys know, there's no swamp villages. You're right. You actually have to heal a villager, take a villager to a swamp, place down your lectern, and fully max out its trades in order to get mending. You can't get it as the first enchanted book, or the second, or the third. You can only get it as the special book, which is the Master Librarian. We are currently in a plains biome, which means when I fully max out a villager right now, the only book I can get as the special book will be Protection 3. Again, I know most of you are aware of how this works, but for those of you that are not, right? This guy right here, well, he's offering me smite. It doesn't matter how many times I trade with this guy. Oh, let's go back to him. Doesn't matter how many times I trade with him, the last trade is always going to be the one that gives me the best enchanted book, which is the one down there. As you guys can see, like I said, it will always be Protection 3. This guy, fully maxed out, will always be Protection 3. There's no way for you to get the best enchantments at the start. Now, I do like this. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. But with that being said, it does need some serious work. It's nowhere near the best system, and I do expect them to make tons more changes going forward. The reason why we haven't seen any changes in betas or snapshots is because, yes, they need the feedback. Moving on to features and bug fixes. They fixed feedback button behavior in the new play screen, not linking to the feedback page. But also, new dev screen now has partial support for color static obfuscation for formatting codes. Right, in order for me to do this, I actually have to disable the packs that I have available. I usually use a pack that just gets rid of the text at the top because it's just not attractive to look at in betas and previews. If we go to settings and we go down to video and scroll down, the developers introduced this new "You Died" screen, which is experimental. Now, by default, it is enabled. Let's just show you guys what changed. Inside of here, I have a creeper spawn egg, which is renamed to different colors. Now, if we were to do this again, let's say with a Vindicator, and you wanted to change this. So let's just quickly change all this. I want to change it to this, which is going to call my Vindicator Vinny. So if we go over here, and I did a little bit of testing over here already, and I place down this creeper, and I do / game mode S, and I just die. As you guys can see there, it says the real Ecko has blown up by a creeper. Now, you'll see here, I currently don't have the new death screen. So what they've done is made sure that this pops up in the new death screen. Let me show you. So if I try this with the Vinny spawn egg, I change my game mode to survival, and I get killed by Vinny. As you can see, it now appears on the new death screen. Moving on to audio changes. Player entities now play the appropriate sounds when entering / exiting water. We have a bug report. Sounds not playing while getting out of water. It basically says enter water, sound plays. Exits water, no sound plays. So it doesn't matter if you're in creative or survival. Basically, it's to do with that and like getting in and out like this. Apparently, when you entered, it made a sound. But when you exited, it didn't. Changes with blocks. They fixed a problem where blocks rendering was not updating unless the player jumped. We have a bug report. Here is the bug report. Chunk-wide block rendering lag triggered by block updates along chunk borders. I've been having so much lag issues recently, like the low gravity effect. It seems like this has been an ongoing issue, but apparently in this version, it has been fixed. But it's been going on since 1.20 released. Tripwire hooks no longer have delayed deactivation towards the south and west. Concrete powder blocks are now the correct color for worlds imported from previous versions. Gameplay changes. Camera commands that are sent in the same tick are no longer ignored. Totally didn't forget to put that on a sign. Name tags are no longer completely invisible while sneaking with the player still visible. Moving on to mobs. The following mobs will now set their target on fire if the mob is on fire when attacking. This is for drowned, husk, zombie, and zombified villager. We have a bug report. So this is actually a Java parity. Has been a problem in all of these versions since 1.14, actually, back in 2020 COVID times. Here is a video. Basically, whenever these specific mobs attack you, such as, let's say, this zombie that's on fire, you should be set on fire. That actually didn't happen. That was updated today. So I got a / game mode survival. We've got a drowned, a husk. Well, husk's not on fire, but we'll do a zombie. We'll do this. So as you guys can see here, you're going to take a little bit more damage now. This guy's not currently attacking me. What happens if he hits me with a trident? Oh, bro, I'm going to die. I'm actually going to die. But anyway, yes, they will set you on fire. Changes with the education features. Dolphins now rise properly when balloons are attached. Also, camels and sniffers can now have balloons attached. See, that's why it made sense at the start of today's video. Also, we're going to do a slight science lesson here in case you guys don't know how to make balloons. So if you do have the education toggle turned on, you are going to need a compound creator. You are then going to need 8 hydrogen. You are going to need some carbon, and you actually need to get some helium. Now, I think it's just like 1 helium. You do need 8 hydrogen, and you do need 5 of the carbon. Now, you are also going to need a dye, a lead, and we are going to be making the latex. So inside of here, you want to put this here, and that goes in the middle, right? You have the 8 hydrogen at the bottom, 5 carbon in the middle, and the outcome is going to be your latex. You're then going to go inside of here. You can use any kind of dye. Around the outside, you are going to be placing your latex. At the bottom, you are going to be placing your lead, your leash. In the middle, you are going to be placing your helium, and at the top, you are going to be placing the colored dye. And the outcome will be a balloon. So yeah, quick science lesson with Ecko right there. But basically, you can now attach this to a dolphin. Goodbye, my beautiful friend. You can now do it to a camel. Goodbye, my friend. You can now even do it to a sniffer. Obviously, the best idea here is to place down these, oh, got a baby one, and then attach these and then attach a balloon. So yes, if you ever wanted to have these, wait, did my camel just disappear? I think it did. Hold on 1 second. Don't be going anywhere. Anyway, yeah. I love these. Goodbye, my friends. Have a wonderful journey to space. Few changes with the user interface, fixed various pixel scaling issues on the HUD screen. The game menu gamepad shortcut on the new dev screen now works correctly. Added 3 new user-friendly disconnection error messages and improved 2 others, and technical updates. Let's read the change log. We have some changes to the API. So if you are interested in the technical side of Minecraft, API changes and graphical changes. So unfortunately, we do not have any changes with shaders or fixes for the Mali GPU. If you made it this far in today's video, leave a comment and say, hey, Ecko, that bunny is quite cute. I'll see you all in the next video.